Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the best mods of the week in Baldur's Gate 3's Mod Manager plus Nexus mods. With the modathon underway, we've got some incredible new stuff like the Spell Forge here, which lets you create your own spells. Really cool if you play games like Skyrim or Oblivion. Shared bags for your party, which actually has some cool mechanics to it. We also have Transmuted Spells, the first new surface in Baldur's Gate 3, and we got things like pocket traders as well as new equipment, and I released my latest mod, the Ancient Dragon Lord's Eye Staff here for both fire and lightning casters. Now I'm going to first dive into mod.io mods first, then move on to Nexus, but Transmuted Spell, this is really cool for a variety of reasons, and if you're watching as a console player, good news, this is a script extender free version that is console friendly. Now there's a lot of information on the mod page here, so if you're interested, I'd recommend searching up Transmuted Spell and checking this out. But what it is if you're playing a sorcerer here, you get the new Transmuted Spell option for your meta magics, which lets you transmute your spells into different elements. I love this because it opens up so many different ways to deal with enemies. Like Ray of Frost, you can toss out a lightning version, a poison version, things like Firebolt as well. What's cool is that your fireballs will actually be able to change into different elements here. So I'll give you an example of that, tossing out a fireball. You first have to have it toggled on, my bad. So yeah, see here, different VFX. It'll also leave behind a different surface here. So you got things like Ice Storm, and you can even make it like a Thunderstorm here. So dropping that down, it'll do the damage type that you choose from this. Super cool stuff. Lightning Bolt, you can make it a Poison Bolt. So yeah, really amazing. Changing Wall of Fire into like a Wall of Lightning there, just blue flame. Really cool VFX on all of these here. And the best part about this is it's meant to work on consoles. I hope that this mod comes soon for people that are on PlayStation 5 and Xbox, because it is seriously so cool. I love being able to change all the different spells over, similar to one of the mods we'll be showcasing here later. Now next up, I didn't even make a video on this, but I released a new mod yesterday, the Ancient Dragon Lord's Eye Staff, which is a fire and lightning based staff. Each will come with a bonus action cantrip, and they also have different passes that make you ignore resistances to either lightning or fire damage, and you'll also become resistant to an elemental damage type as you cast it, and a boost to your spell save DC. This is part of the Baldur's Gate 3 Modathon currently underway for the past and desert theme. Now here's what it looks like in game, kind of got like the Eye of Sauron vibes going on here. So yeah, I really enjoy different types of weapons and making them for Baldur's Gate 3. So you can expect more in the making here. Now I originally had it so it would peer over your shoulder, but the problem with making it work that way is that your character wouldn't hold it properly when you're doing like attacks or when you're in combat. So I had to make a compromise of holding it upside down, just the way that Baldur's Gate 3 works. But yeah, you can see there they got custom icons that I made for these, and yeah, these end up taking a lot longer than I wanted them to. I was going through some surgery and rough recovery, so yeah, things were a little bit tricky to get this all prepared here, but yeah, happy to have this out. So yeah, go check it out, download it. It's also on Nexus mods if you prefer. Next up, we got Surface Bloodrage Mist here by Story Bit and Soul. I should also quickly mention Transmuted Spells made by JT Hug 1979. But the Bloodrage Mist, what this does is it adds in a new item, and this is the first surface that I've seen for Baldur's Gate 3. Is really cool. So with this, you can go ahead and create a surface of the Bloodrage here. So I'll go ahead doing that. There's the Bloodrage now, so whenever you go into it, it makes you rage. So as a spellcaster, that obviously shuts you down. But what's cool about it is obviously raging does have its benefits, advantage on strength checks, saving throws, and you deal the additional 0 damage. But yeah, this puts you into a rage, and what's cool about that is you can be a little bit more strategic with things like this, so you can just go ahead and throw it where maybe there's a bunch of spellcasters to take them out of it and then just have them raging. This is such a cool combination of like effects here, having an item that actually is super like useful within Baldur's Gate 3. Absolutely love it. So it's cool to see a new surface like this. The Bloodrage Mist look really sweet, and making people rage, love it. Next up, we got Pocket Traders here by Kira May. What this does is it adds in a special spell that'll summon in invisible merchants here, which will let you take any of the loot you want from different mods. So you see this here on our action bar, class action. For example, Shield Trader. So you can pop this in, and you see here my shield mod, the Dark Urge shield, the Shield of Original Sin. Funny enough, it also contains my Nature's Rage, so yeah, I've made a few different spell or weapon and shield mods, I guess I should say. Super cool that you can just have this all in one quick, easy to do button. So yeah, Melee Trader, you can pop that down. You can see all the different melee weapons that you have from mods. Super convenient, especially if you're using some of my new weapon mods. So yeah, this is a very convenient mod. I love this, recommend it, and Kira May makes some really cool stuff. Next up is the Stygia Armor and Camp Clothing mod here by Naris. Now, this is super sweet because it's for body types 1, 3, and also female Gith and TMTS. Now, what this looks like is this outfit that I've had on my character this whole time. I love the cloak. It's big and it actually looks pretty aesthetic. Not always a fan of cloaks, but I really do enjoy this one. Gives you increased critical hit chance while hiding. The Underworld's leather here gives disadvantage on attack rolls against you for undead and advantage on saving throws against their attacks. You also get some unique attacks here, which I'll touch on in a moment. Weapons will give additional 1d4 necrotic damage and dexterity saving throws +1. You got Banshee's Leap, letting you teleport to an obscure location. You can Banshee Cry, numbing all enemies nearby. And you have Life Drain, which will enfeeble the target, reducing their damage on strength attacks. But yeah, just another incredible outfit here by Nerys. Next up, we got the Lacrimosa Necklace here by Barry Semifreddo, fully modeled and textured by themselves. And I actually had this on Shadowheart for this entire video here. So you can see this necklace. There's a version that you can put on like your actual necklace, like a cloak, or you can have it as like the underwear slot. So you can just quickly pop it on if you want, depending on the outfits that you're using. Really nice new customization here for your character. It looks beautiful, and you can just see it with a bunch of different colors here. Being fully dyeable, if you use different mods like the easy dye, you can actually get really creative with it, because some of them use like the leather colorways, others use the metallic ones. So yeah, that's how you're seeing a bunch of different colorways just like that. Next up is the Clair Obscur Expedition 33 Clea Descendre hair, which is what you saw my character rocking here. Astute viewers may have recognized at the very start. Love this here. And we also got a bonus. We also have the Clea head as well. They're also working on a Githyanki version of Clea. Now, if you don't know, Clea is actually played by Deborah Wild, who voices Lae'zel. So yeah, this is what the head looks like here. It's really cool. I like seeing different crossovers like this. Big fan of Expedition 33, so it is nice to see both the head and hair are available in Baldur's Gate 3. I'll probably use the hair quite a bit because I do really like it. Great physics. Next up is Hot Thing Karlach edit here by Sweet Generous Things Mods. I know people really enjoy these edits. I think Karlach is perfect, but it's always cool to see the Baldur's Gate 3 multiverse. So yeah, this will change it to that unique wrinkle map so that she does not have any wrinkles, edit some makeup, face textures, and give her new hairstyle. So this is what Karlach looks like, and very interesting. I like the big flowing hair there. So yeah, the Hot Thing Karlach edit. And this does make her look actually younger, because Karlach's actually supposed to be under 30, so it actually does, I feel like, fit her in a good way. So yeah, Sweet Generous Things Mods. Next up, we got the Ember's Armory Steel Rose Rapiers by Arabella. This adds in some fully dyeable rapiers to the game that have the cool rose look to them. Perfect if you're playing like a sword bard, or if you're playing my Winter Spirit bard. You do have to find these weapons through exploration. It says that there is a tutorial chest for them. It's not showing up for me for some reason, but I was having some issues with the tutorial chest. I'll probably do a best new weapons mod video at some point here in the next month or two, so I'll definitely be including that then, and I'll go and grab all these ones that have been placed throughout the world here. But you just pause this if you want to read through some of the passes that are available to these. I think this is really cool, as there's not a whole lot of rapier mods in Baldur's Gate 3, and this one, these all look beautiful. And if you're curious where to find them, you can check out the Nexus mods version of the Ember's Armory Steel Rose Rapiers by Arabella. Next up, we got the Almight Mahkloompa. This is a mod made by Little House of Imagination. This adds a progressive base companion summon system with unique followers here based on the Kuatoas. So you have Chilupa, Muaj, Ziup, and Mahkloompa passive feature here, which gives you some bonuses based on this. They also have the Blind Faith. There's actually so much going on with this here. So this is Chilupa. They're a ranged weapon attacker here. They get armory, or they get archery, and they'll level up and get some more different attacks here as they continue to level up. There's also Muaj here, is more of like a sneak attacker. It's got Bual's arms there. You got a main hand attack, opportunity attacks, dueling, trip attack. They can also cleave, and they got healing vapors here, which is similar to the water elementals version. And Ziop here, which has the lightning jabber, rushing attack, lunge attack, and more here. So this is really cool. As you continue to level up, they do get more benefits. And Ziop can actually call in lightning. Pretty cool stuff. So yeah, the Almight Mahkloompa. Highly recommend this mod. It is such a cool one. And especially if you like the little fish people. Next up, we got the Moon Bob. Shorter hair for Shadowheart Act 3 by Sweet Generous Things Mods. Now, you probably also noticed this on Shadowheart here. This hairstyle has physics. Love it. So yeah, I like this hairstyle. It's actually suiting for Shadowheart. I think it fits very well. So yeah, this has physics, works for Selenite and just Dark Justiciar parts. Another thing about this is they've also released the Gloomy Bob here. I'm just going to quickly show this one off as well. So yeah, for a different appearance for her. And the last mod from Mod.io is the Deities Deities Dice Pack by Sultry Shay. This adds in dice that are themed around each of the deities. This is amazing for fans of D&D, so I just want to point this one out for those that are interested. I think this is a very cool dice mod, fits within Baldur's Gate 3 very well. Now into some Nexus mods. This one is next level. Spellforge by Burb RR. What this does is it's going to allow you to create your own spells. Now, if you play like Oblivion, Skyrim, you know, the Mages Guild gives you something like that. This is seriously so cool. So you get the Spellforge class action here. You're going to cast that, and it's going to pop up a menu here for the Spellforge. You do need the mod configuration menu open to be able to get this to work properly. So you can see here, shape these raw elements into a spell of your own design. So you have options here. It was working. Yeah, I can't even close it down right now. But what you're supposed to be able to do is nothing a good save and reload won't fix. So basically what you got here is you can choose between different elemental effects. You do have to unlock items to be able to get new options here. So I'll just keep with lightning. So you can create the power level. Cantrip, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. This will scale up the damage here depending on what you want to roll with. So we'll just go with a level 1 version here. You got bolt, you got a cone, you have a line, you have a blast. This is kind of like a fireball type attack. A Nova, which erupts away from you, which is kind of similar to like the destructive wave from the cleric. You also have a touch version of it. It'll change the damage depending on what you want to roll with. So very cool stuff. So yeah, you can go with a magic missile here, which gives you multiple versions of it. You can go with like a cone and have it change based on what you want. You can change the reach. So we have a line right now, 15 meters. You can go from that to far, making a 30-meter beam. So depending on what you're rolling with, you can change the range of it. You can also add on riders. So like Afflict will make it take the damage type at the start of its turn. Hinder will reduce its movement speed. Push will end up pushing the target back. Give it advantage against the target. Sap them, giving their attacks disadvantage. So you got so many cool options here. I'll go with a beam version or a bolt version. And then you can see here, depending on how many, or if you have any of the seals here, you can then, if you have the seals, you're able to do the different effects. Then you go ahead, forge the spell. And then you can see your spells that you've created down here. I'm using another spell mod as I showed earlier, so it was working earlier when I tested it, but yeah, this is a really cool mod. Spellforge, next level by Burb RR. Next up, we got these shared bags for your party here by Lalo. What this does is it's going to add in bags that'll auto sort for your team. And what's cool about it is it's going to automatically disperse the weight between everyone. One for all for one. Or all for one, one for all. This will automatically, as you see, weight share. It'll also allow you to use any of the items that your characters, it puts the items into a bag and then everyone can use the items. Normally in the game, if you're trying to use items that someone else has, sometimes it doesn't work properly. This will just allow that to work better. The shared burden is cool, so it's going to automatically reflect, like if it's someone that has more carrying capacity, they'll carry more of the load. You can automatically sort, auto sell, item lock, combat eject, which lets you pop out arrows, which normally if you have arrows in a bag, you can't use them in combat properly. You can also add a custom wares list using the mod configuration menu, and there is icons, vanilla base assets here. So fully localized, 15 different languages. This is a next level mod, and if you're looking for like a bag mod, this is the one to use. Yeah, highly recommend this mod. It is sweet. Next up, we got the Moon Map, incomplete map here by Inky Please. Now, this is the location that you've seen me here. I am a huge fan of Inky Please's location maps. It isn't fully complete, but I think it's more than enough for if you're doing like virtual photography, for example. So I'm just gonna give you guys a little MPTV Cribs tour of this location. I love it. And it is noted that the lights doesn't work properly. I'm able to get it to work, so just your mileage may vary on that. But if you're doing virtual photography, this is one of the coolest new places to go to. Highly recommend all of Inky Please's mods. Like their level maps are seriously so cool. And yeah, you can see this here. This literally feels like you're on the moon. Love it. So yeah, I'm always a huge fan of these. And this is what actually inspired me to make my Infinite Combat mod for Baldur's Gate 3, which lets you actually have fights in these areas. So if you wanted to come to this cool hallway and fight a bunch of skeletons, you can with the combination of this mod and my mod here, which is now available on console as of this week. Super excited for that. But yeah, absolutely love this. It is a very nice new location. I love the big glowing trees here. So yeah, that is the Moon Map, incomplete map here by Inky Please. And we got some cut content and restoration here. The Gale's Betrayal restored from early access by Hyperspace Tal. Basically, if you don't feed Gale and his magical needs, he's going to go find a solution elsewhere. This is basically just a show if you want to see some some different stuff from Gale here. So this will change certain things here. Like you won't be able to learn about the orb and others. But yeah, if you love Gale and want to see something new from him, check this mod out. Don't want to spoil anything. Trying to avoid spoilers with these types of mods. Next up, we got another Gale mod, the Helping Hand. Gale's Hand is a crawling claw summon. I think this is so funny. This mod's here by Kobold Juno. So basically, if you play as the Dark Urge, you can hack off his hand. You get to keep his hand. It is now a summon, so you can conjure Gale's Hand. Pretty funny, but I think it's actually kind of cool. So if he's not with you guys, you can still keep him around. So yeah, this is too funny. I love it. Next up, we got a few awesome mods here by Magna Tuning. The Never Dark Again. Give Arabella, Chimera's Locket, and other Act 2 tweaks. Basically what this does is it adds some tweaks for Arabella, so it adds you an option to give her mother's locket to her, restore some of the cut dialogue with her and Withers where she compares him to her granddad, adds a conversation with Arabella and the custom companion character Jason Altea about their parents. It makes a couple other tweaks as well. Magna Tuning also has the a custom companion mod, the Jason Altea, so I'd highly recommend checking that out. Since I'm not able to share links anymore, unfortunately, it's called the Candle in the Dark Custom Companion Jason Altea Alpha Release here, so this adds in a new custom companion, and it works with this mod. Pretty cool stuff here by Magna Tuning, but that's not all, folks. We also got Lie to Glut, Sovereigness Glut, quest tweaks, and bug fixes. So if you like the Mushroom People, basically this adds a deception check to let you lie to Sovereign Glut about trying to kill Sovereign Spa, and adds fixes a couple bugs that prevent you from betraying Glut in the dialogue with Spa. Basically, this lets you lie to a mushroom. Pretty cool stuff. And also we got Lie to Vlaakith here by Magna Tuning as well. This adds deception checks to the dialogue with Vlaakith in the Yankee Crash to prevent companions from approving or disproving of you agreeing to do what she says. Please, please, I'm lying to her. Basically, this is for just like whenever you go to talk to Vlaakith here, you're given a dialogue option where she tells you to kill a person in the astral prism. And with this, you can lie to her and be like, yes, I will, without your companions being like, oh, I don't like that. So very cool. Love this type of mod. Next up, we got the Witcher 3 Syanna's gear here. This mod's made by West Havian. Now, I wanted to showcase this one, but I did see in the comments that some people are having issues with this appearing, and I wasn't able to get it up here. I did share last week a Ciri outfit, so this follows it up with Syanna's armor. I think that this looks really cool, and I hope to have this in a future video, but for right now, I think you can purchase this from the Act 1 vendor, Aaron, to be able to get this. So yeah, stay tuned for an update to this mod. And we also got the Pretty Poison Heads here by Andresea Moon. So this adds in a few new head options here. I'm going to show you. I tried to get some characters that look good with this. They did a much better job than I did. So here's the Bella Donna head. So you can see it on different body types there. Lily. We also got Nettle, Nightshade, and the Pretty Poison. So that's what they all look like there. So I just want to quickly touch on this. They also have custom skeletons, so the piercings will work properly on them. And like I said, ending off, I just want to mention that my mod is also available on Nexus, so if you want to check out the Ancient Dragon Lord's High Staff, I don't really get that many downloads on Nexus. I know most people watch my content for Mod.io, but it is available on Nexus if you do prefer and want to endorse it and help me out. I was trying to make these videos shorter each week just because people have been wanting that. So, incredible week. The Baldur's Gate 3 Modathon is definitely going very well. I will be hopefully posting another mod here in the next week or two. Hopefully another out for the Modathon. But let me know your favorites in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you all in the next one.